My life is honestly crazy these days. So I'm actually working on the GTR yesterday, and today I'm working on this Mercedes CLA. So if that's not a reason to subscribe to the channel, then I don't know what is. But hi everyone, welcome to this video where I'm working on this Mercedes CLA. Now what it's in for. The car's in for ambient lights to be done all around the doors and everything, and also the front vents to be done. Now I'm doing this in a different way because they've only got one set of ambient light option basically on the car. They would like to have all 12 colors that are available in the usual RGB style setup. So that's what I'm going to be looking at installing here today. So without further ado, let's jump into the car. So this is what I mean by the current setup on the car. If you go into vehicle settings and click on, well, it doesn't have a color option, it just has ambient lighting brightness. It's only got the one color at the moment, which is just the ambient yellow, which when you turn this on over here, you'll see the little obviously ambient glow from here. You got the footwells, which is yellow. I think if I remember correctly, you also have a little bit of ambient lighting that comes through just there on the headrest. So this has only got the one color. The headrest will still stay the same as yellow, but the rest of the car is going to completely change. So I'm gonna start stripping the car apart. As you guys would have seen from my really large CLA install, majority of removal of stuff has already been documented on that, but I'll go through it all very quickly in this video just to kind of get you all up to speed. When it comes to removing this car's door cards and stuff, I like to just lower the windows because it doesn't feel like you're getting your head chopped off. Silver trim piece needs to come off first. I had to get a little trim removal piece just underneath the corners, and from there just working across the whole way. That corner one is always the hardest, but just take your time with it. Inside here you got two T30s, and then next we're just going to use trim removal tool. I like to work from this inside corner and then just work your way down, and then you're all good to take off the door card. The front is pretty much the same, but the only difference is when you're taking off the silver trim, there's a little piece just like that, just here, which you can see, that has a little hook part to it. So when you're popping this off, just press it down from the inside and you'll be able to release that, and then just do the same with the front door with regards to the rest of the door card removal. Right everyone, so from here, gotta just pull this section up, just yank it real good. It'll help if you have gloves, just to give you that little bit of extra grip, but if you don't, it's all right. Just get that off to the side, and then from here just lift up, bring towards you, and that is pretty much the center console removed. Just got to undo these wires, which from what I remember, yeah, you got to pull this downwards, so it's kind of like a sideways action, and this one's always awkward. There we go. That's those two parts removed. The next awkwardly fun part is going to be removing these vents. For those, you also need some trim removal tool bits, so I'm gonna go grab that. So the tools that are gonna be kind of your best friend at the moment, a couple of thin trim removal tools, basically these like right angle ones and these hooking ones, because to get these vents out it's a bit awkward, but we shall hopefully be able to do it. I'm just going to get my gloves back on. Sometimes you can basically just hook in through the bottom. It's basically, there's a couple of holes that you can slot into. Right. That was good work. There we go. That wasn't supposed to happen, but right, someone has definitely been inside of this car before, because the screws that hold everything in place are not there. So that's completely damaged. It's normally a screw that's held in here, which is no longer there. Now, like I said, there's normally a Torx bit screw holding this in. Now that's not there. It's not in here. There's nothing broken, so it definitely wasn't in here at any point, because by me pulling on it, this should have held it in place along with all the other clips to not budge out. So everyone, here's what I'm doing at the moment with the car. So this is the driver's door. I've drilled a hole into this corner here, which is going to let the ambient light tube come out, and over here is where it's stuck down. And the wires for the door handle light, the white is alive and the brown / black is the earth. That's what I'm tapping into. It's going to power up this light nicely, and the light is then it's going to come all the way across, and I've tucked it in under that corner. So that's how I'm going to be wiring up all the doors. So up next, I'm going to do the same to all the other doors, and then we got the doors finished. So a quick little correction. Actually, for the front doors, what I'm going to need to do is tap into the live and earth that go inside this module. So I'm going to carry on with that, and I'm going to show you where I drilled on the rear door. So on the basically on the rear doors, you want to go for this corner just here, because it's the one with the easiest access. So if you just remove this for a little bit, you can basically access it just here. You just got to get rid of some of the wiring, but drill into there. Use a smaller pilot hole first, and then get the bigger piece on, just big enough to let the tubing through. Be careful, because you don't want to push it all the way through. That will damage the interior trim. So this is what I mean, everyone, by tapping into the live on the front two doors. The brown is earth and the red and black is live. You will need to reset the front windows when you disconnect them, so I will be doing that after everything is back on. So here's where I'm at, everyone. I've gotten, well, removed the glove box, which is held in by 3 screws on the top, 1 screw just underneath the panel here. Just need to pop that off, and then you got another T20 there, and you've got one just under here as well, which to get access to that, you've got a plastic piece that goes underneath, and I'll show you that on the actual glove box right now. So here's the glove box. This is the plastic piece that I was talking about. So you can just remove the 1 plastic rivet there, and you can get access to the extra final bolt. Doing this will make installing the vents and stuff a little bit easier, because you get a lot more access to the wiring behind. If I get the torch just over here, you can see just how much more access you get to all the vents wiring. At the same time as well, it makes life a little bit easier to get the wire and everything on this side for the strip to go all the way across the dash. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to spend a little bit of time just faffing around with the wires and stuff, get them all into place, and then we'll be able to kind of complete off the build. The one good thing about the kit that I'm using today is you can basically, with the wiring, you're just going to use the phone app to control everything. It will make all the wires, it'll make all the ambient lighting work up together. So it'll be really nice. It'll be a nice finishing touch to the way this car looks. I just think they're great looking cars, with the modern ones and the fancier ones having such nicer ambient lighting. This just brings it up to that level. So yeah, I'm just gonna carry on with the wiring now, get that kit all connected up. All you need to do is get it to a live and earth. So what I'm gonna do with this kit is just get it connected to the live and earth in the center console, which is for the cigarette lighter. So here is the live and earth that I'm gonna basically maneuver everything round to. Once it's there, it'll be happy days. So as you guys know, with the ambient lighting, I'll leave a link for them in the description down below as well. These are the vents. I've taken the wiring out at the moment. Many of you would have seen the CLA that I did previously, which was a really horrible kit. You had to pretty much assemble the whole thing yourself, and I think for the price of it, it wasn't right. You shouldn't have been paying that much for something you had to do that much extra work with. But this kit the whole thing comes up connected fully. There you go. That's one of the ambient lights. They basically connect up just into there, and that's one of the vents, completely ready made. You just got to connect it up, get the wiring into place, and you're all good. How I'm thinking of going about it is obviously the 3 wires over here, and then the one that joins up over here, and then the one that comes separately in the wires will be over to that corner. I'll show you what I mean by that. So here is how the wiring comes here. You've got the 3 lights that connect up to the centerpiece here, and you've got the one for one door. You got the one here for, let's just say, this side, and then the other one for the driver's side. And this bit here connects up with the rest of the wiring, the main wiring harness and stuff. So everyone, at the moment, I've got the wiring coming through for the vents. Just the one over here, the 3 in the center, and the one brought over there. That one was a bit trickier to do, so you have to get underneath the driver's footwell, remove some of the panels and bring it up and over and stuff. So get creative, whatever way works best for you. And this one was obviously a lot easier because I didn't have the glove box. And yeah, just brought the wires down through, got the livener for these to come through, and got all the modules and everything underneath here. So that's going to be tidied up as I put it all back together. But the next stage is put the vents back in. Got this strip cut ready to have the center console dash light going across. The other thing that I forgot to mention was you have to remove the screen and this trim piece to be able to put the silver piece back on, which normally you do when it came to taking off, but obviously this came off because that screw was missing previously. But getting it back on now. There we go, finished product. Yes, that is the time right now, and I'm basically pretty busy. I'm playing catch up on messages, I'm playing catch up on video edits and all sorts. So I am trying to work as hard as I can, as fast as I can, trying to get through all of my work. At the end of the day, I'm working on my own and I have to juggle so many things always at the same time. It gets pretty difficult, but if you don't want to succeed, then you're not going to put in those long, late hours. And, you know, it's on my mind a lot. It's been looming a lot that I'm not able to get through all my work. So, yeah, I just got to play catch up for a little while. But, yeah, I wanted to do a quick little ending to this video because this is one of those videos that was in my catalog that I've been working through. And since I've done this install, I have done a couple of other A classes. So it's not the CLA exactly, but it's very similar. And with those, I've done ones with the vents coded in and maybe like the LED bead strip or the LED Symphony strip. They're completely different looks, so keep an eye out for those. Subscribe to the channel so you can also catch those videos. I will say, you know, with regards to this install, the kit that was used in this video was a Fibre Optic kit, and the vents were actually app control vents. So links for all of that will be in the description down below. It's a lot easier to install the Fibre Optic kit and the vents when they're app controlled. It gets a little bit more complicated when you have the vents controlled via the screen and then the ambient lighting controlled a different way. So, you know, the LED bead kit and the Symphony kit are not so difficult to install, but there's a little bit of like a few differences between them. So keep an eye out for those differences in those videos in the future. If you are going to look at wanting to get this install done on your car, then please hit me up on Instagram, and hopefully my website will be up in the near future, which will make booking very easy and quick. So that will be something that you could look at doing. If you want to show appreciation towards me, support me, give me any form of anything, encouragement, please give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, because these things help me with my development, with my growth, and ideally with future potentials as well. But for now, everyone, I'll see you in a future video. Peace out. Bye.